So we've been talking about unit rate, and remember we've talked about that unit rate and constant of proportionality are found the same way. We always take y divided by x. Okay, so we've talked about that. Well, what you're going to be doing in today's assignment is they're going to ask you the price per basket, or the pay per pizza, or the miles per minute. What you need to remember is that is price per ball. Okay, and if that's price per ball, this is your y and this is your x. Okay, we can just divide. We know that we can just divide. That's not a problem. So we can just go and take 36 divided by 4, which gives us 9. So our answer would be $9, because it was dollars over 4 balls, $9 per ball. We can also write that as $9 per ball. Okay, so just to let you know that. Now, some of these other questions we might have to do a little bit more. So remember, it's always y over x. So you can always go back to your table and remember that price would go here and the number of balls would go there. Okay, so pay per pizza, it's going to be price over pizzas. So price over pizza is going to give you, sorry, I don't have that on the top of my head, so 68 divided by 4 would give us $17 per pizza. Or we might say it as $17 per pizza. Okay, Isabella flew 600 miles in 120 minutes. How many miles per minute did she fly? So it's going to be miles per minute. Now remember, and this might come into play later when we answer a question, if I were to write that as a table, minute is going to be my x value because it's always y over x, and miles is my y value. Okay, we're going to use that in just a bit. But let's find out this unit rate first. To find out the unit rate, we can just divide. So we can just take, because that's the same thing we do with constant proportionality, y over x. So miles per minute, we can divide that, and there's a nice easy way to divide it. Look, you can chop off a 0. Then you're just taking 60 divided by 12, and I believe that's 5. Let's double check. It is 5. So we get 5 miles per 1 minute. Okay, so miles per minute is 5. Now, but then they ask us this question, at that rate, how far in 50 minutes? And this is where it's kind of handy what we've been doing, and this one you can probably figure out. But notice that what we're doing is we're saying that we have 50 minutes. We want to know the numbers of miles. We know that we always multiply. If we go this direction, it's multiplication. So here we multiply if I go that direction. Oops. This would be I multiply. This way I divide. Okay, so I'm going to multiply here. And these sometimes are tricky for me, so being able to put it back in that table just helps a little. So I would take 50 times 5 and get 250 miles. Okay. Jaden filled the 290-gallon pool with water in 10 hours. We want gallons per hour. So gallons per hour. Or we could do gallons per hour. And those of you that are in Phipps class, I misspoke. Your time always wants to go on the left side. So I misspoke, just to let you know that in class. Time should go on the left-hand side. Price should always go on the right-hand side. That one I was right about. Time I was not. Okay, so here we go. Gallons, 290 divided by 10. Oh, yay, we can do that simple division, divide by 10, chop off a 0. And notice we have 1 in the denominator. That's how we know it's a unit rate. So we get 29 gallons per hour. Okay, that's our unit rate. That's our constant of proportionality. So now what it's saying is, what if we have 638 gallons? How many hours would it take? And this one confused me when I went through it the first time, but when I went and put it in a table, I knew exactly what I had to do. I had to divide. Now some of you have common sense minds, you would have already known that. But we're going to take 638 divided by our unit rate of 29, Yep, I don't know that one off the top of my head. 638, oops, divided by 29, and I get 22. So it was 22 hours. Okay, so when you're finding unit rate, you can just divide. And remember, it's y over x, just like the constant of proportionality. But if I have a unit rate, and I'm going to write it in here, gallons per hour, this is y, this is x. Okay, so then when I go to put it in my table, x and y, and it just makes it easier to know if I'm multiplying or dividing. Good. Hope that helps. Make sure you do the Schoology assignment for the unit rate practice. Thank you.